back to SnowRunner. So since we have this truck right here, literally it was right here at this service station, we're gonna go repair and refuel this Tatra Phoenix and get this task completed. Should be pretty quick. I should have enough repair points on this truck to do it. I have well over 1,000, I think, so it should be fine. Oh, Jesus. Okay, our source. Sure. Oh, we're not gonna have enough wheels, are we? Oh yeah, we are. Perfect. And refuel. Source. And now it's my truck. Yep. Can I drive it out of here? I mean, she's stuck, but hello? Are we even moving? I can't tell. I think it's moving a little bit. Oh well, it's got rear steering. It is definitely moving, but I'm just gonna recover it. All right, so let's do this big trailer. I'm not even on the right one. It's this one. Okay, so we're going to go. I think the best route will probably just be to come across here, go here, and then I'm gonna try to just cut straight across to here, and then we'll go up that way, down this way, across here. And make our way up that way. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that hard, because, again, this modded Zeeks is pretty insane, so I shouldn't have any trouble. Hopefully we can get this region done here, though, in this episode. That'd be great. I don't know if we will, but I'm going to try. I mean, we have a good bit to do here. I don't honestly think this is going to be too difficult. was gonna get stuck eventually. It's just funny, this was used as, I forget what this was used for. Oh, maybe it is slightly different. I feel like this same exact trailer model was used for something else. It wasn't called a pumping station. Yeah, this is gonna be piece cake. I was just afraid that if I tried to do this in the last episode, I wouldn't have been able to get it done. Because these typically take a while. It's because you usually have to travel across, you know, the maps. They're big. They tend to get stuck on things. But I don't think this is going to give me too much trouble. I say that, and it might. But I think we're good, honestly. Yeah, we're doing fine. Alright. Now I need to get to the factory. Probably best to just go... I don't want to go across that swamp. That freaking swamp sucks. But honestly, that wouldn't be the best way to go. So I definitely want to go in that way, so... Yeah, we're just going to go... out here, and we're going to go across this way. That's just the way I prefer. I don't like going across that swamp. It sucks. Although it is more of a direct route, I guess. I don't know. Should we just do it? I just hate that swamp so much. It's just so slow. But, I mean, the other way, I gotta go across that river, so it's kind of... doesn't really matter which way I go, I guess. Yeah, let's just do it. I really hate this swamp, but I honestly think that river could cause some problems. Because you kind of have to like serpentine through it a little bit, and I don't really have that good of a turning radius right now. So hopefully we can get through here without getting too slowed down. This swamp just sucks. I'm already stuck on something. Am I bottomed out? No. I'm not. I'm just not moving at all. So I don't have my wheel either. I just didn't feel like dragging it out. Just kind of wanted to play for a little bit. Had a pretty hectic weekend. Lots of walking in DC. So I don't feel like doing it. I was so tired last night. And when we got home, we were home for like maybe 2 hours, and then our power went out. And we didn't get the power back until like 10:30 at night, something like that. And I was just tired, so I went to bed anyway. It's pretty frustrating. Really. God, like, this is why I didn't want to go this way. This trailer's bottoming out on stuff. Like, my children both have a thing called a hatch in their room, which is like people that don't have kids, it's like a nightlight / sound machine. You know, it can be like different colors and can play different sounds. And my oldest, he has like the more expensive one where it has like a battery in it, so like it can operate without being plugged into the wall. So his still worked, but his little brother's is not. His little brother has like just the cheaper version, and it has to be plugged in for it to work. So he managed to fall asleep without it, but then he woke up, and of course his room was pitch black and he didn't have a sound, so he was pretty upset. So he ended up going to our bed for a little bit, but then once the power came back on, his little butt went back into his bed. But our oldest would not give up his hatch for his little brother. He was, I don't know, he was having a tough day yesterday. Well, when this video comes out, it wouldn't have been yesterday, but as the time of recording this, this was Sunday, the 26th of March. He was just miserable all day. I mean, he's 6, so he doesn't quite have a handle on his emotions, but he was just a grump all day. We were at the zoo. He didn't want to see any animals. He told us he wanted to go home, and then we didn't leave right away, obviously, but we eventually did have to leave to go home. And then he was, wow, this is a really hard turn to make. I need to like winch so I don't flip. I'll continue this story here in a second. Man, this is tough. I didn't really think I was gonna have too much trouble here, but we're just gonna brute force her around. I think we got it. But yeah, so then whenever it was actually time to go home, he was still being a grump, and he still said he wanted to go home. But, you know, we took the metro back to where we had our car parked, which was the end of the line. And once we got off the metro, he started crying and was like, I wanted to stay longer. It's just children. But, you know, he was much better now. He came home from school and he was his usual self. Anyway, not that you cared about any of that. I'm sure you probably didn't. But if you're still here, I appreciate it. We're about to deliver this pumping station, and then this will be done. And then all we really have left is the rail sections, which I know they don't fit in a sideboard, so we're gonna have to use a flatbed semi. Okay, so that we have to wait until this is done and that's done. So we need rail sections, which are from there. So I guess what I'm going to do is go back here to this trailer store, and we're going to get, well, actually I need a lower saddle. So let's just recover. I just need the normal saddle. And let's go get the trailer we need. I'm probably just gonna get a flatbed semi. Doesn't really matter what. And we're gonna have to deliver these. They're 4 slots. I could use the twin steer, but I hate that damn truck. Thing flips so easy. And twin steer is the only truck in the game that has a 4-slot flatbed. I just hate that truck. I mean, I like it, but I just hate how easy it tips. So we're just gonna have to do this in 3 trips. I mean, there isn't anything else we can do about it. So we'll do the swamp first, obviously, because that's on this map. And then the other 2 we will do separately. Hopefully we can get those done. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna be able to. I'm probably gonna have to have one more episode. Hopefully, I should be able to get this task done, or this contract done, for this episode, and then we'll have probably one more episode to finish up this region. I was hoping I could get it done in this episode, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to. Not with these rail sections. Because there's really just no real way I can do more than one in one trip. Unless I use the twin steer, and I really just don't want to. Alright, so let's do what we have here. I mean, there's that. I don't really want to use that, though. What other semis do I have? I don't want any sideboards. It has a 4-slot flatbed. Let's just use that. So I am an idiot, and I guess I read it and was confused. I don't know. I saw it on Reddit a while ago, but I swear that they were 4-slot rail sections, but they're 5 slots. So I drove all the way over there and then didn't have enough space for it. So we're back here. Obviously, I cut all that out, so you didn't have to sit through all of that. But it's unfortunate because I told a whole story about DC. Not that anyone probably cares, but I did. I don't think I'm going to tell it again, though. Anyway. Make the drive over here again. Not that it's super far, but it's a little frustrating that I got all the way over there and then couldn't even get the rail section. I guess I could overstack or overload, whatever you call it. Although I don't have my crane, so I can't. Never mind. I mean, I could stop and get a crane, I guess. It would fit on here. It's actually it'd probably be smart to have a crane. Let's grab a crane real quick. Not that I'll flip with the semi-trailer, but you never know. Leave this here for a second. I know I'm right here, but it's just easier to recover. In other news, other game news, I have completed the Callisto Protocol on Hardcore and Hardcore New Game Plus, so knocked those 2 trophies out just the other day. I am currently working on a Contagion run through, and I won't lie, I'm cheesing the absolute shit out of it. So I have auto uploads for the cloud turned off for Callisto, so once I make it through a chapter, I just once it saves, because it only saves at the end of chapters or at the start of new chapters, and you can't manually save, so it only auto saves at the start of every chapter. And if you die, you restart at the beginning of a chapter, or beginning of the if you die, since it's like per chapter permadeath, you just restart at the chapter that you died in at the very beginning. But there's a trophy for completing the game in Contagion, which you can just, if you die, you just restart and just keep going. But there's also a trophy for completing Contagion without dying. So if you die in Contagion, and you just continue on with your save, I assume your save gets tagged with a death or whatever, so the trophy won't pop for you. But am I going the right way? Yeah. But if you cheese it, you can turn off auto uploads for cloud saving. So if you die, you can just quit the game and then just re-download your cloud save, and then reload your save. So you reloaded basically back at your original checkpoint without the death tag on the save. So you can do that the whole way through the game. Just every new chapter, just make a save, quit the game, upload it, reboot the game back up, and just keep going. I died probably, and it's so stupid, like, I've played that game enough times that I know, like, every single encounter in the game. I know when there's going to be an enemy that pops out, or, like, I know the boss fights and all that stuff. But the chapter aftermath, I mean, should we try? Nah, that's gonna be too. We're not gonna do that. Okay, and we're just gonna do one at a time. It's fine. So anyway, I know the encounters like so well, so it's not that like I died because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I've played the Callisto Protocol probably close to 10 times now, no joke. And it's not like I do enjoy the game, but like honestly, I'm tired of defending the game because I'm just sick of them adding like difficulty modes, and I paid for like the first DLC, which I assume is what Contagion was, because Contagion was not free, but it was free for me because I paid for like the deluxe edition or whatever. I don't remember. But I don't know. It's just, I'm just kind of tired of playing the same game over and over and over, just on harder difficulties, artificially harder difficulties at that. Because it's not even like it's... I mean, it is harder for sure, but once you start getting things upgraded, it just goes back to not being hard again. So I don't know. But anyway, I probably shouldn't have gone this way. But anyway, so I am just doing that just to get through it, and I don't really care. I just want the trophy, and that's it. But in Aftermath, you, towards the end of the chapter, like you go through a pretty, I would say, pretty tough encounter. There's just a lot of enemies, and once it's like where you're using the grip and throwing, it's when you're going into the shoe and all the machinery's running to like boot the power up or whatever. There's a bunch of enemies in there. You have to use like the grip and shoot them into the thing, but like your grip is not... Oh, I have to do this manually? Are you kidding? Alright, I'll continue this story in just a moment. Why are you not balanced? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So anyway, so you have to get through that encounter, right? And then once you get through that encounter, you're like, oh my god, I can breathe finally. But then, no, you have to go through a stupid little, like, slow walk, shimmying through pipes and all this bullshit. And then you get to a security checkpoint with one of those stupid security robots. And, like, in Hardcore and Contagion, you don't get very much ammo. So when you get to this point, it's like the game purposely doesn't drop any ammo for you, because in the beginning... Especially in Hardcore, I think you get less ammo drops than Contagion, because in the beginning of the game, I was getting ammo drops like crazy on Contagion, but Hardcore, like, I hardly had any. And then it just feels like when you get to that point, like, you need ammo to take down that security robot, and like, you just don't get ammo. Like, the game just does not drop it. So I tried to kill the robot the first time I got there, which, granted, I had died a couple times on that grip section getting into the shoe, just because it's pretty difficult. There's a lot of enemies, and if you don't have a decent enough grip, then you're gonna struggle. But I mean, it really came down to just stupid mistakes as well, like missing a dodge or whatever, and then taking a big chunk of damage. And anyway, but the first time I got to the security robot, I tried to take it out, and that was just a bad idea. Like, I shouldn't have tried. I only think I had like 4 bullets, so I would have had to hit every single bullet, and I don't even know if it would have killed the robot, to be honest. But you don't have much time. Like, as soon as you shoot the robot, you pretty much have to shoot the robot. Like, you have to basically stun lock it. If you don't stun lock it, I mean, you're gonna be screwed. So anyway, the robot killed me. I'm gonna double this up. So the robot killed me, and then I thought maybe that I could... Oh, that was horrible. It just did not back up the way I wanted it to. That's fine. I thought that maybe I could do it the second time I got there, because I had more ammo. But I don't know. I just decided that I was going to sneak by it, because it just, in the end of the day, I didn't want to have to... that chapter is about an hour long. Even if you're, like, pretty quickly sprinting through it, it takes about an hour. I would say at fastest you could probably get through it in, like, 45 minutes. I don't know, maybe you can probably get through it faster. Who knows? Speedrunners might be able to do it faster, I'm not sure. But that should stay, right? I think it will. We'll see. Usually it'll just stay there. So the second time I got there, I think I had 6 in the gun, and then I had like 2 more bullets, like just in my inventory. So I would have been able to kill the robot theoretically, but it's just still so difficult. And I really didn't want to die again, so I just snuck past him. And then, after that, you go through another little stupid slow shimmy section. And then you have to go through this, like, they call the Elias, like, your, ally in the game. He calls it a trap to keep prisoners from escaping, but, like, I mean, I guess that's what it's for. I always kind of assumed it was like a trash compactor or something. But anyway, that thing is there, so you have to get past that, and every time you run to like the safe areas of it, a freaking enemy comes out. So you have to like either knock the enemy into the path of the grinder thing. I don't know, it's just, or fight the enemy and risk getting hit by the grinders. It's rough. So finally, once you make it past all of that, that's the end of the chapter, and then that's where I stopped. So I stopped at Habitat, I think. But I should be able to get through it. I'm not worried about 2-head fights. 2-head fights are easy, in my opinion. I fought 2-head enough that I'm not that worried about that. The only thing the very first 2-head fight is probably the one I'm worried about the most. Just because the very first part of it, with all there's 16 enemies that spawn on that moving platform before 2-head even spawns, 4 on each side of the platform, and it can be a little hectic. I made a video, it should be out by now. I made a video for the easiest way to go about doing it on hardcore and Contagion. And now I would assume it's the same. Everything's been the same on Contagion encounter-wise as far as I've gotten so far. I don't think it would be any different in Contagion than it is on hardcore. So it should still be applicable. But if you play Callisto Protocol and you want to try Contagion and you're unsure about that encounter, definitely check out that video, because the way I do it in that video is like literally the best way to do that encounter, in my opinion. But the 2-head fights I'm just not really concerned about. It's really just the very first 2-head encounter, just because of the other enemies, and then I guess the final boss. The final boss isn't necessarily hard, but it's just, if you get unlucky, it can be kind of difficult. Because the first time that I did it on on hardcore, I breezed through it. Like, didn't have any trouble at all. What's the best way to get here? I don't know. I'm just gonna follow the road for now. The first time I got to it on hardcore, just in my regular, like, first playthrough of hardcore, I got to him and beat him first try. No issues. And then the New Game Plus, and I don't know that New Game Plus adds anything different to the game. I don't think it makes enemies have more health or anything. The only benefit with New Game Plus is you can just continue to upgrade your weapons and everything like that. So you can just basically get stronger. The game definitely felt easier in New Game Plus for hardcore, for sure. Especially once I had everything upgraded pretty high. But I don't know, the final boss fight, I died a bunch. Like, at least 5 times, maybe? I don't know, it took quite a few attempts. So, like, and that's the very, very end of the chapter, obviously, because it's the end of the game. And not that Tower is a very long chapter, but still, like, I just having to do tower over and over and over would just not be fun, because there's a 2-head fight in it, and then there's also just some other encounters that aren't fun to deal with. So I don't know. We'll see how things go. Actually, there's 2-head fights in tower, isn't there? Oh my god. I was not paying attention at all. That was my own fault. But yeah, because there's 2-head fights in Colony, and there's 2-head fights in Tower. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. It's just gonna slide off. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know. I don't like those kind of trophies, to be honest. I feel like they're kind of dumb, especially because it's easy to cheese. I feel like if a developer really wanted to put a trophy in a game like that and make it like really difficult to obtain, it needs to be like you have to play the game in one sitting, no save, and you can't die. Like true permadeath, no saves. And you know, I feel like that would be hell, and I probably wouldn't even go for it. It would probably be a trophy that I would just say, you know what, it's not worth it, and I'm not gonna. I just won't have 100% for the game, because like that's just like that's seriously nightmarish. And like even games like The Last of Us Part 2, it had a permadeath mode in it. Well, it was added later, but. Well, not much later. It was out only a couple months later, I think it was added. But, I need to keep going. And then the remake of Part 1 had permadeath from the start. But, like, I've honestly never even tried it. And I could definitely do it. Oh, crap. It's going to fall off. I could definitely do it, for sure. I don't know that I would do a whole game permadeath. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would. I do really, like, I have played those games quite a bit, so, like, I probably could do it, but I just don't know that I want to. Like, I don't get anything out of doing it. There's no trophy for it. Well, there was a trophy for it on Part 2, but it wasn't, you could do it on there was no like difficulty base for it. You could do it on the easiest difficulty, and it didn't even have to be whole game. It could be per chapter permadeath, which is what I did, and I just did it on easy just to get the trophy, because there was no point in not doing it that way. At least, like, I didn't really care. I didn't need the bragging rights of having done it, you know. Like, I feel like that's what a lot of people get, like, so bent at, like, with Dead Space, with Impossible mode. People got so bent out of shape about it on Reddit, about the whole, because that game was permadeath. Well, it wasn't really permadeath. You would get locked out of a trophy if you died. So, But there was you could easily cheese it because, you know, Dead Space has death animations, just like Callisto Protocol does. Big surprise, because technically Dead Space was originally made by Glenn Schofield. Well, Glenn Schofield didn't make it, but he was a big part of it. But anyway, in the death animation, if as soon as you knew you were dead, if you just like quit the game, like pause, like hit start or start options, whatever pause is on whatever platform you're on, just pause the game and just quit. You could just reload your save, and it wouldn't have been like tagged or whatever. Because if you die in Impossible Mode in Dead Space, the remake, it just makes your save file. You can continue on that save file if you want, but it just bumps it down to hard. And the trophy for it is to complete the game on Impossible. So like if you die and it bumps you to hard, you're not going to get the trophy anymore. So people would get so mad when someone would bring that up on the subreddit. They'd be like, well, why even care about the trophy if you're just going to cheese it? And it's just like, why is it such a big deal? I just didn't get it. Like, it's not like the trophy really means anything. It's just a trophy. Like, I don't know. I just always thought it was silly. Like, who cares? People would get so bent out of shape about it. Okay, and we got one more to do. I don't know. I'll get it done though. I'm not worried about not being able to do it on Callisto Protocol. I mean, I'll just, if I have to keep replaying a chapter until I get it, I'll just keep replaying a chapter until I get it. I'm not going to upload that at all or anything. I did add my trophies for hardcore in the tips video that I made for that one encounter that I was talking about earlier. Just for fun. It's because I had the clips, so why not? Alright, here we go. Oh, what are we at time-wise? Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Let's see what we have. So we need to do this next. So we need to take 2 concrete slabs to that warehouse and then 2 rails to the railroad bridge, which is here? No. They're both there. Where do I get the rails from? Are they... Do I get this stuff from here? Yeah. Hold on, I'm kind of confused. What is that excursion thing? I don't understand. Like, it's still there. Alright, let's do this real quick. I can't believe I missed this. It's really dumb. I swear, I checked that task list like 100 times and I had everything completed. I don't really understand why I missed this, but it's just gonna make this... I wanted to get this done in this episode. We're gonna get it all done. I'm gonna make it happen. This shouldn't take that long. This should only take a minute or two, but we're already at 40 minutes. So it's going to be pushing it because I still have one more task or one more contract to do. Damn it. Just drive up there through the woods. Definitely can. Getting up there. Real sleepy. Gotta get this done. I'm running out of time. I'm so mad at myself that I didn't realize this wasn't completed. I kept driving by it though and was like, why is that still there? Never did it, I guess. One more spot. Come on. And then it's the final contract. Okay, that's where I need to take that. That has... Where do I get those from? Do I have to make them? I think I do, don't I? Son of a bitch. Yeah, I definitely have to make them. I'm just trying to figure this out real quick. Oh, that's where I get the rail section. And the pier has the concrete slabs. Okay. What? Oh no, I don't have to make anything here. Okay, so I need to get the concrete slabs there. So those are 2 slots. So that would be... That's 4 slots. I don't know how big the rails are. Are the rails 4 slots? I don't know. All right, we'll figure that out in the next episode. So if you liked it, leave a like, and if you want to subscribe, please do. I will catch you in the next episode. Have a good one.